There was no countdown whatsoever.
Well, let's see. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna just put you on solo there. Whoops! I put me.
Whoops.
Oh, this is getting better all the time.
Yeah, try putting me on solo, Barb, and I'll do the
I'm
introduction
so sorry.
in such a professional manner. Oh dear. Welcome everybody. Yes, it's lovely. Yes, welcome everybody. It's what? Gosh, I forgot what day. Wednesday. We are normally live streaming on a Tuesday. Full disclosure was I couldn't do it yesterday, so we thought we'd go and do it today instead. It's all good. We live stream when we want because we can. And so this is our normal Tuesday but Wednesday show. We'll be live streaming directly into a couple of groups. We're live streaming onto 2 Facebook profiles, myself and the lovely Barb, and our YouTube profiles as well. Again, in our profiles. So we are everywhere. We could be even more places because we're using some great kit today that is really good fun to use. But the most important thing is that we are just absolutely going live. And live streaming is even more important now than ever because there is so much fakery. AI fakery. So you don't know what's live, what's not live, what's recorded, what's AI. So when Barb and I come live streaming, you know it's us, because no one in their right mind would make this an AI version or a fake version of Barb and I live streaming. So that's what you are getting the real deal. And we are talking about, as always, we talk about live streaming, we talk about community building, because if you didn't know, I'm going to tell you, and that is that Barb Tomlin knows more about community building than you could write on the back of a stamp. That's the thing. She knows it all.
At least that much.
She has got a little black book of contacts that will blow your mind. Well, it blows my mind. But she's very good. She doesn't name drop much. But every now and again, she'll let slip. Oh, Jeff said to me, and I said to Jeff, or Zook said to me, and I said to Zook. But it's all good stuff. That's how she learned. It's wonderful. So yeah, so now she says Nick, and I say yeah. Do you want to go live streaming? So absolutely, Bob. I'm there. But no, it's always good fun. And if you don't know Barb, then you're going to get to know her. And I suggest you get an interest in blooming, because that's her hot button. Actually, quick today. I was up early. This is hence I'm looking so tired today, guys. I was up and at an in-person networking meeting at 6:45 a.m. this morning.
Oh my gosh!
That meant I had to get up at 5:30 and had to leave the house at 6 something or other. Man, and it's one of the things that I have a big aversion to. I love live streaming and I love networking online. Not such fun on in person, but I decided in 2026 I'm going to overcome this fear. And so it was the second one I've been on, and it's good. I'm learning to breathe more. I'm not getting too anxious. I think it's just a bit of anxiety. No, so it's much nicer today. Very happy. Met some very nice people. Got some business cards. Yeah, so that was good. So hence it's been a little bit. That's why I totally forgot we were live streaming today, Bob.
I can hardly wait.
It was the euphoria of meeting people, not sitting inside my little office, So yeah, real live people, and we're seeing whether we can have another little live networking event in a public house tomorrow night. So yeah, there's one way to get over a fear, and that is just go and do it until you're no longer fearful. So that was it. So that was my little entry for you, Barb, and that's allowed Barb to do her little piece of housekeeping as she zooms around the internet, busy making sure that we are live where we hope we are. Not that would stop us. But yeah, so that's good. So if you've got any questions, guys, please do just drop them in the comments. If you're watching on the replay, stick a hashtag replay in there and we will answer them. One of us will
Yes.
come back
Thank
to you
you.
and answer. So, Barb, sorry, I've been whistling away my
No,
little
that's
English
fine.
waffle. How the devil are you? You look like you got the. You look like you got the devil in you there. I have to say.
Yeah, that's one of my AI avatars. I only
Fakery.
come on audio right now. Although I'm tempted, my husband got a haircut yesterday,
Oh,
and we were talking about how long it's been since I've had mine cut. And I said, well, maybe
you could.
how you feel right after a haircut. It's like, oh, I'm a new person.
Yeah, you do,
Connect
don't you?
with everybody for sure.
Yeah. We've never really
So,
noticed on your hair though, Barb. It always looks the same. It always looks so well coiffured,
and that, folks, is
as opposed
why
to
I
mine.
switched.
As opposed
You
to
know
mine.
what what I think is a hoot is this last week online. Um, I had people that were older than me finally jumping into AI, and it was interesting how because we've been doing this since 2022, dabbling with all the new AI tools, and they're putting physiques of really muscular, and Barbie dolls, and they're having a blast with it. We did that too over, way back when.
Yeah, there's some very dodgy ones of me looking like a rather muscular gay Ken at the moment, doing the rounds in a white vest, leather cap, and tight leather shorts. If you see it, do report it.
Oh, we are bad.
Okay, take a screenshot, send it in. I'll give a out for the for the who
Absolutely.
finds the most.
Well, what a week. I got to tell you, I mean, it's been crazy in the news, in my
Oh,
country, and I mean, it hasn't been all that quiet in yours either.
no. I was going to say, how's that invasion of Greenland going?
We don't talk politics here.
No,
Don't do
well,
that.
I don't know if it made the news in the US, but the thing that made me laugh the most was the fact watching. I know it's embarrassing, I know, but watching a man in Switzerland, which is predominantly German speaking, telling a bunch of people that if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking German right now. It's like they spoke it before the war, and they speak it after the war. And actually, Switzerland was neutral. So but yeah, so you have to laugh at these things.
Absolutely. I that's the primary reason I look forward to getting together with you once a week is the mere fact that we can laugh.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
here's a friend of yours that has actually shown up. He said the sound is great, Nick.
Oh,
We just today have been notified by the media
yeah,
in the UK that the government is offering free. Is that a fact? Offering free AI training to all?
it's true. It's true. Wait till you hear how much free AI training. I think
Is
it's
it
20 minutes. I'm not joking. I think it's 20 minutes. Matt can probably confirm or deny
wow?
that. But it's
Yeah.
it's not a lot. It's one of those things. You know when the government says we're going to give you free training, and you think, do you know what? You're probably best just asking ChatGPT.
Right.
He'll give it to you so much quicker, so much easier. Just say, give me 20-minute free training on AI, and it will do a bang up job. I promise you.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I've,
I don't know. Yeah, it's good to see us not wasting tax. I was going to say tax dollars, tax pounds. Yeah, on frippery. Is that a word? Not sure. Um,
maybe in your country, I've never heard it in mine. Oh gosh.
yeah, I'm not sure. It might have just been made up. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it's a yeah. What can you say? It's good to see that the government have their finger on the pulse. Um, and yeah, what can I say? Nothing.
Yeah.
Words fail me. And other news in the UK is, of course, our Prime Minister is yet again. He's called Keir Starmer. We call him Never Hear Keir. He spends most of his time outside the UK, but he's off to China, so he's busy. Busy. I don't know what he's doing. Busy being spied on in China, I guess. I'm sure we'll have a great trade deal out of it. Yeah, as we always do. They'll probably dump a load of stuff that they can't sell to anybody else on us, and we'll buy it. Yeah, be something like that.
Oh,
We
so
say it's very
Matt,
seasonal, look at with China. It goes in cycles. I remember. Yeah,
is Matt a comedian?
exactly. They're all as bad as each other. Sometimes you get in. One lot I remember back in 2010 were like, "Go China, go China, go China," and suddenly it was like, "No China, no China, no China." No. Yeah, crazy stuff, crazy stuff.
It is. I don't know about you, but on Facebook, like it works like it's supposed to every day. You know, in the last quarter in particular, they let us know they're training the AI. And so you will have these messages come up. Do you want to see more of this and that? Do you like this and that? And we're supposed to be responding to it. And of course, we have settings on there that says, I don't want to see certain subjects. I don't want that in my stream.
Yeah,
And it seems like if you push that, then they put twice as much in there. It's like, so you got, it's like, I don't want to touch anything because you're going to screw it up, Facebook. I know
yeah,
you are.
exactly. We had it the other day. It said you can have it. You can pay £3.50 a month, and
Oh,
you can have it.
right.
You can have it ad free. I thought that was
Right.
like,
After
well,
all
no,
this time.
not sure about that. But,
No, well, the people are you in Mari Smith's social scoop group? Because they're
I
already
am.
reporting on that it isn't working. I know you're in there. It's, the queen of Facebook group.
She's well worth following. She is second only to you in who to follow on Facebook, Barb.
She brought me to the party, that's for sure.
And,
On this platform.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. No, she certainly knows her stuff. No question about it. So yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely follow Mari. And yeah, it's incredible. I can't remember last week whether I told you I was on a Facebook ban, but it was kind of a temporary ban, and as they tend to be. Luckily, it was only 7 days, but I was still allowed to post and to comment, but I just wasn't allowed to message.
Wow.
Whatever I'd said in a messenger, they took umbrage to it. I'm thinking, I can't think of anything untoward that I would
Yeah.
message someone. Nothing even remotely uh, bannable. I wouldn't have thought. But yeah, but for some reason they said, "Oh, we think something was inappropriate." Like,
Wow.
you just have to suck it up, go with the flow. Last week,
Absolutely.
Barb was so good. Our guest who came on in the studio, he was amazing.
Leland? Yeah.
Leland, oh, he was absolutely fantastic. And I took it upon myself to follow his lead, and Stephen Healy's as well, if Stephen's watching, and jump more onto TikTok and do more TikTok lives as well,
Oh,
using the
really?
TikTok live studio, which is almost exactly the same as OBS. Yeah, really cool. It's a good place to live stream, I'll be honest. When you talk about, getting views and interaction, kind of the place to be right now, I think.
Did they, let me ask you this about that.
Mm,
Um, on TikTok, and you're doing, I mean, Stephen did an excellent explanation a couple of days ago on that. And the thing is that the people are following you there, and psychologically, eh, you get psyched up when people are responding or
yeah,
reacting to whatever you do. And the thing is, though, that when you leave, the party's over. It's like, where did they go? It's like, and you just said something as we started this morning, and and that was that you are going out, stepping out into your neighborhood, into your community, and
I
actually,
think.
you actually got business cards printed.
Oh no, I did. No,
Isn't
no.
that what you said? I
I
thought
got
that's
other
what you
people.
said.
I got other people's business cards.
Oh, so you
Oh,
don't have a. I will
I
tell
am
you.
much too tight to get a business card done.
Well, I have
That's
a.
that's what you got your cell phone for. Did
Right,
you avoid
very
that?
good. That's where I was going. It's like, well,
Yeah, I
wait a
mean,
minute. You don't need an actual card, and you know, God save the trees.
yeah, exactly.
but if but people now, and I was watching, because everything we do in real life and IRL, I call it, but is it gets replicated in movies and uh, you know weekly what I mean we in the old do we still call them TV shows even though we don't watch we watch them on big screens at times, but they're
Well, yeah, that's
streaming,
true.
but they're serials, the weekly serials. And
Yeah,
I see that, and so in the few that I watched this last week, people were handing each other their phones. Here, put your name in my phone, and going around like that. And the big thing this year, of course, and we actually, I think it was probably 7 or 8 years ago, we were all telling everyone to use a QR code. In fact, we have QR
yeah,
code capability in this particular product that we're using to assist us in live streaming. So we do
yeah,
have all these technology tools. But let's talk about getting out there in IRL or in just going in your neighborhood to actually talk. I noticed you said something that, it wasn't quite the same. Like you're really outgoing here online,
yeah,
no restraint. But when you go meet face to face, is that the same story? A
yeah.
conversation
I,
starter. How do you get the conversation going and so forth? And I have a little story to tell you,
oh,
if I might take that creative license.
please
And
do.
that yesterday, I became physically exhausted because of all the networking I was doing, because
Oh,
I was meeting new people in my own community, but I wasn't going out IRL. I wasn't going out to a coffee shop to meet with them or to an event. It was all done online. And they all have very successful businesses online. And yet, we didn't hear much about each other before that conversation yesterday. I mean, it's like but you don't. It's and
mm,
trying to keep up with things. And so we definitely need the technology tools to help us today, but the whole scale of networking and how you feel when you actually meet someone in person. And that is why right away, because I have been online so long, I gravitated towards the sport of ballooning, but because people share, in order to fly your balloon, you can fly, just in your own neighborhood, whatever, in your community, and you're definitely going to get viewers. It's not like on Facebook. People are going to see you in the air. Your local police, your fire
that's true.
department, they're going to be all over it. They're going to know you're there. And ironically, in ballooning, we have policemen and firemen. I shouldn't be saying man, should I? I should
Oh no, yeah,
firefighters.
person.
And
Yeah,
forget that. We've had to go through that too.
yeah. Oh God,
But they're to me they're balloonists, and the thing is that everything is an event with them. I mean, you can go up just to be there leisurely with your family and your friends, but it's an event. It's all about events.
mm,
Ironically, by adding that to my mix, um, since back in the 80s, it was the thing of at some point we get to meet each other in person at one of
yeah,
these events. And so pilots, of course, can control that because they will announce, hey, I'm going to be at this event or I'm going to be flying this one because for a person to actually fly a balloon all by them and be a pilot to be all by yourselves, it's more than like being an Incredible Hulk person because balloons are heavy and there's
Yeah.
lots to making it a successful run, you know. So you always strive to get crew. You should always have crew when you're ballooning. And I think in the people that I have met in every country, because I have been affiliated with ballooning, there a lot of events are international. And of
Mm.
course, my favorite one is in the state where I call home, New Mexico. And people from all those countries, and your country was largely
Yeah.
responsible for making that successful because Cameron Balloons was like the big name. And now we have a lot
Gave
more.
the world balloons. Yeah.
Yeah. It was for me back then, you know, the introduction of Cameron balloons from the UK, and then, of course, Richard Branson came to the party, and
He did.
with Virgin balloons, you know, and I'll never forget the days on CompuServe and his music forum, you know, talk about ballooning, and it certainly made a difference in the way he promoted, you know, his ventures and what he was doing. He's, you know, just incredible. So
An
yeah,
amazing self-publicist. Yeah.
absolutely. I see
Brilliant.
Matt
Gee.
is hanging out with us this morning, and I don't know. Let me see. He posted this one. He says all to do with how the functions or foundations are built. Uh, Now you cannot get an AI to do that. I think he's referring to in helping with your networking, would you
Ah, yeah, yeah.
say?
That,
And then
yes, that, yeah.
he had this second one. What do you think of under 16s being restricted with social media and the
Oh,
use of it possibly damaging their mental health with a controlled content? Matt, that is absolutely an excellent question. Both
yeah.
of
Oh,
those are.
yeah. Where do you stand on that, Barb? While I think of an answer,
Well,
while I try
I'm
and work out where I stand.
I'm real life evidence that it has a mental impact on your mental health. It's really, now you see me, now you don't, you know.
Yeah,
But it's funny he
I
should
know.
bring, you know, on that because at the very beginning, and I was what in my 30s and 40s when I started, and and I could see right away that just like when you touch a computer screen, every time you do something happens and that's a mental, you know, hits your brain, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this could get out of control. And I remember how frightening it was way back when. And it's like, we don't want our kids to get here. We don't want them to do this. And
No.
now, I mean, it's like they're in grade school and the kid has an iPhone, you know. Like, how do they get any work done? And I think it's dangerous. Parenting didn't go out of style in all of
Yeah,
these decades. Um, I
yeah. I
think
mean,
that they should be restricted personally, and but I think their parents have to play a major role in that. And
yeah.
unfortunately,
I think you're absolutely right, Barb. And that's the thing. You know you cannot abdicate parental responsibility because up to 16, certainly here in the UK, I'm not sure what it is in the US. You know, the age of consent is 16, and you know we're not even, you know, you're not allowed to drink before you're 18. You're not allowed to vote in a lot of places until you're 18. So to have access to social media and all the, you know, all the craziness that can be on it, I'm going to say, because it is interesting. You say the craziness that can be on it, and this is why I struggle with the actual whether to ban it or not. Because if you looked at my social media feed, it is the most positive, uplifting. There is never, I couldn't tell you the last time there was any hate on it. There's just nice people, fun people, people that I attract because that's the whole point of it. It's social media, so you attract the people that you like. You don't, you don't attract the people that you don't want. So there's an element of me which thinks by banning it, then we're preventing children from actually having really great experiences on it. Now, I get the counter argument is that, and is the problem, because they don't know how the algorithms work, and they can be led down some very dark places. But if we taught them how to use it properly, then I wouldn't have a problem with it. But again, so it's that element of, here's something that has appeared. When was it? Facebook really took off 2008, 9, something like that. And I remember it was like, oh, you had to be 13 and over, but all my nieces and nephews were under 13, or a lot of them were under 13 at the time, and they all jumped on it. They just lied about their age. Of course they did. And so it's it's a tricky one. I mean, my heart thinks, yeah, it would make sense. We don't allow people to go smoking here under the age of 16, and so I guess it's a case of, why would you then put them in harm's way, shall we say? But of course, I say smoking, but then smoking now has become more of a taboo than it was when I was a kid. When I was 15, 16. Yeah, of course, I was a teenager. I learned to smoke. And I remember here's the crazy thing. How I stopped smoking was actually I tried, and I've read a book which taught me how to remember how difficult it was to start smoking in the first place. The fact that it made you dizzy, made you cough up your lungs, it made you stink. And, it was a really unpleasant thing to do, but because it was a cool thing to do, you just went ahead and did it. And so, it's kind of the same with social media. I think I'm not sure I'm getting my point really across, but yeah, I mean, it seems sensible to not allow you to use it until you're slightly more developed and can take some knocks from life. The other alternative, of course, I heard the argument the other day saying, but then kids, if they don't have social media, then maybe they'll go down onto the dark web and find things. And I'm thinking, damn, look, just because the whole point, it's called the dark web. That very phrase stopped me from ever Googling how to get it, how to access it, what it's about, because I don't want anyone to dark web to me is like, whoa, that's it. I don't even want to know what's on there. I remember a colleague of mine 10 years ago, or probably longer than that now, saying about the dark web, and I'm like, Steve, it's like, why would you even go there? It's like,
Yeah.
I'm a Google boy, I'm a Chrome boy. That's all I need. that is it. But but apparently it's the thing. But I never ever want to go find it, and I'm certainly never going to type in a search. How do you access the dark web?
I think it finds you, actually.
Okay.
I mean, it's been around.
Like I say, luckily it's not found me yet.
Yeah.
But your feed though, Barb, your feed is probably very positive as well. I mean, you've got me in it for one.
Yeah, absolutely. I try to keep it positive, no matter if I'm having a rough day. Or I will try to turn that around, with some aspect of positivity. We just don't need the craziness. And I mean, I've lived through a lot more history than you, and I'll tell you that, and I've lived it on, most of my day, I've at least been connected online for over an hour in getting things done and seeing what's going on. It's very discouraging with the negativity that I have found. And so that's, like I was telling you, that in my Facebook news feed, anything that is negative, I just, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. But you have to be so careful, because a friend may be having a rough day. Now, it's one thing if you see a friend's like, well, I'm in the hospital today and nobody's here to talk to me. Well, that's a different kind of, it's sad you're in the hospital. You shouldn't be alone. And it's great that we can reach out and say, hey, I'm here, let's chat. And even though we can't physically be there, we learned an awful lot from the COVID story, about just how much we could do without touching each other every day. Not that it was great for the growth of communities.
No, all that touching.
Yeah, for sure.
Lack of touching. It was awful.
Yes, but it did teach us a lot about communication. And
It did.
because it did make us all stop and think, well, because even there were, um, even though we could go live in the beginning, of course, everybody knew what Zoom was. We can use that, where
Yeah.
we can connect. And I mean, those were the days. Being you go on Zoom and you'd just know somebody would drop their drawers at some point. Just to throw. I mean, you'd be in a professional forum and learning things, but somebody is like, I need the attention. I don't think there's been a decade that I've been alive that somebody doesn't do stuff like that and
Yeah.
it's reported. It's so
Just
goofy.
get the cameras on, and
Absolutely. Can you
I remember.
hear? I'm sorry. I'm going to mute myself because my corgi kids are battling in the background. You carry it.
Yeah, no, it reminds me of a very funny event. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law, when they got their first webcam, and they actually knitted it. It was a little circular thing, a little round thing, and they knitted it a little hat so that people couldn't hack and actually look through their webcam. And I thought, like, you could always just unplug it.
That's brilliant.
But
That's
what a
actually
great idea!
brilliant.
We teased them mercilessly, but it was cute. It was like a little tea cozy for a webcam. But also, it's true how we converse online. I had one of the funniest conversations I ever had on an Amazon live stream when I was busy chatting. I was busy promoting various products the way I do, and this lady started chatting to me, and I was thinking, "Damn, this is weird. It must be like 2:30 where she is, you know." And so I did say to her, I said, "Oh, what time is it with you?" And she said, "At 3 o'clock in the morning." And so I did have to ask the question. I said, "What on earth are you doing, chatting, chatting to me at 3:30 in the morning?" And she said, "Oh, I've just had twins, and they've been taken off to the ventilator incubator. And so, I've got a couple of hours to kill." And I thought I'd watch Amazon Live and support local live streamers, even though she was in the States and I was in the UK. But it was fascinating because I learned so much about her, just on an Amazon live stream. I think she had 6 kids, 2 sets of twins, and a couple of others. And yeah, it was absolutely fascinating. You never know who's watching. Matt, knowledge is power. PMA, positive mental attitude. Yeah, exactly. You see, I've got books aplenty on this little case here, absolutely full of what you would call positive mental attitude books. Absolutely, it's you can never do what's it? You can never make too much effort to replace a negative thought. I can't remember. Some bloke said it to me years and years and years ago. His name will come back to me probably right after this live stream. But yeah, you can never do enough to remove a negative thought, something like that. And it's true because, yeah, you get what you think. I mean, I'm also a big fan, if you know me, if you go on my school community, the Digital Income Freedom Hub, I'm a big fan, and I am an ambassador for a guy called Jim Fortin, who's one of the world's leading transformational life coaches. And yeah, what he teaches is phenomenally good stuff. And one of the things we talk about a lot is how many thoughts you have a day. You think about how you are constantly thinking. The thought is constant. But here's the thing: you are the thinker of your thoughts. And so if you've got thoughts which you don't want, that's in control. Get control of your thoughts. No one else is thinking them. Everything is a made up story. I think something like crazy, like 98% of things that we think about is completely made up in our heads, because either it's something that might potentially happen, or has already happened, and you're then thinking about the ramifications of it. All stuff in your head, when actually just think about what you need right now. I'm thinking right now, I really need Barb to come back on because I'm feeling a bit lonely. But it's so I'm only joking, Barb. You know me, I'll talk forever.
Sorry about that.
I'll talk forever. But yeah, so it's positive mental attitude. Totally, Matt. Totally get that. And can I say thank you, Matt? Thank you so much for sticking with us through through thick and thin this live stream. Really appreciate it, really do. Um, and thank you
Well,
so much for your comments as well, because yeah, it's that engagement that then sparks us. That's anything going back to TikTok. That's the only thing I'd say is it's a bit confusing because you see all the people that are coming on watching, even if they're only watching for a second or so, it flash up their names. And so you want to, your temptation is to go, oh, hi, Matt. And it's like, and then they've gone. It's like, so you're constantly saying hi to people that have buggered off ages ago. And you get the occasional ones that stay. And again, the ones that stay makes it all worthwhile. I love live streaming, Barbara.
same here. I do very much. I am like, um, the, I, sorry, I'm tongue tied. I finally got the Corgi kids to stop, and that's one of the things when you're live streaming, you don't want to have any background
Yeah,
distractions.
that's true.
And they are the worst when they go round and round. So, but I really think that you can do more good than harm by at least going live for an hour a day. I mean, that if I were a doctor, I would say connect with people. That's the most important thing every day. We have what I have found, in working online for so long, but there are a lot of introverts in the world. There are a lot more introverts than there are extroverts. And yet, live streaming, they're able to step forward and share their story with no fear, and it's just magical when they do that. And I got to tell you, with what's going on in the world, we just need more positivity. And um, that there's just, you don't need medicine for that. You just,
Yeah.
and here's, did I get that from Matt? He says, whoops, how did that go off?
I don't know.
Let
It's
me
me
see.
pressing
I
the button
live
by
my
accident.
life by seeing that I'm still here and today is going to be a great day. Yes, Matt,
Yeah,
that's absolutely true.
yeah. Because actually, we'll have Matt. I don't know whether Matt, you want to come on one day, because Matt's got a great story, actually.
Great.
Yeah.
Well,
So
he's
that'd be.
got, is he in your school community
Are you in my school community? We're in a couple of the same communities, that's for certain. So, yeah,
on
I need to.
school?
We need to do an interview with Matt for sure. And then if Matt's
For
available,
sure.
then
Yeah.
we'll bring him on as well because he's a great guy. So, and I've not spoken to him about his story, but I do know it. So, yeah, there you go. See,
Oh, did you do that?
I didn't even touch it. I didn't, no, I'm not touching the buttons
It's
ever again.
magic. It was like when you lifted your hands, it's like, there it is.
Oh, wow.
No, it was me. It was me. It's looking, that was great. I am at this morning, I am at a loss for words a lot, but I love the fact that when we first came in and you started talking about the networking thing, because again, when I got online in the beginning, the first thing I did when I was asked to do a public speaking engagement about getting online was my topic was, is your net working?
Ooh,
Because there we were all used to traditional forms of networking. That was to go to an event, whether it was with an association we belonged to, or whether it was public and focused on us and what we did on small business people. We would be there in person. But it was just, and we talked about business cards. They were a thing. I mean, business cards were so important, and you didn't have to say a word. It's just, here's my card, and you go back and you say, you put them in I mean, we had, some of us were very organized, and we had particular, files to put them in. And then
is
as
it the
time
women?
went on, we had scanners that, stick their business card in the scanner so you could put it on your computer, so then you can start creating a database, and it's all using the technology. And so my whole story then was embracing the technology and where we are today, and it's just another communication tool.
Yeah,
But what excited me was that eventually we would connect all over the world, and it is coming true. There are still places where we aren't connected online, but Matt has his website up here.
Mm.
So in the
Yeah.
UK, yeah. And look, a .org and a .uk. Interesting.
Yeah. Doubling
Very
down
good.
on
Yeah.
doubling down on that.
And that's speaking of that, not to change this, rambling on,
Ah,
but
well,
my
it's
goal for
only me and you on that.
2026 is to get rid of a lot of those domains. And I'm a lady that knows, the .uk, the .org, and all of that. We started out with the .org.com and the .edu
Yeah.
destinations, and it's like a lot of people don't even know what that stands for. But .com was the number one that caught on. And to this
Well,
day, the .com extension brings more money than any other. So very,
yeah. And
very, and that's where I'm focused this year. And it's going to take a lot of networking to get that done. So,
well, that's okay, Barb. We got your back. We've got you. So yeah,
very
we've
good,
got
very good.
in-person networking, online networking. We're just going to
Absolutely.
do it all.
Well, yeah, I just thank you so much for joining me today. Well, the important thing was we made a commitment and we both showed up.
We
And and I
by
gotta
the
tell
seat
you,
of our pants, we did,
exactly. And it's
but
hard
we did
because
it.
that getting down to those daily habits and what you got to do, and remember to you'll be much better off with whatever you're doing in life if you create daily habits and stick to them. So, oh yeah, Matt's not all that young. He gave away a clue
Yeah,
here. Rolodex, yeah,
yeah. Give the
yep.
game away there, Matt. Yeah.
Are those? I'll have to Google that to see if it's still around. That is a name I'm most familiar
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, what does that mean exactly?
Well, we'll
Love
see
it,
you
Matt.
next
Thank
week
you.
at our usual time. We're normally
Yes.
here on Tuesday morning, but we both had a couple of commitments we couldn't get out of, and we'll be back at the normal time on Tuesday morning at 6 a.m. Mountain Time and
Which
2 p.m. in the UK. So you've already had your lunch too, or do you call your mid meal lunch, or do you
yeah,
call
yeah.
that dinner?
I've had
Uh,
my lunch. Yeah. Yeah,
absolutely.
I've had my lunch. So normally, it's I know it's for you. It's an early morning, 6 o'clock. For me, yeah, 2 o'clock. It's after lunch. I'm time for my little nap in the afternoon.
Oh, is that normal too?
No, no, I'm joking. No, if I lived in a beautiful sunny Mediterranean country, very probably. But
Are you
yeah,
just, we got to go and we're going to stop here in just a second, but tell me something. I have in my communities, we're dealing with a lot of snow and wherever they're living. But do you have snow over there right now?
uh, I think some places have got a little bit of snow. We don't. I don't. Matt will probably correct me, but where I am in Farnborough, we have we're just outside London. We have hardly any sort of snow whatsoever, and even the merest smattering of snow sends us into a complete. We
Yeah.
have weather warnings and all sorts. When I lived in Germany, it used to chuck snow down. You always knew you were going to get lots of snow, and it didn't matter. The roads were cleared. The airports ran. I remember once we were coming back to the UK and we were driving to the airport and it was absolutely tipping it down with snow. And Deb said to me, "Oh, do you reckon we'll be okay?" And I said, "As long as it's not snowing in the UK, yeah."
Yeah, for sure.
And it was great. It was early morning. We watched them. They dusted down the plane with this weird yellow stuff. And yeah, everything was fine and dandy, and we took off. And
Awesome.
yeah, so it's just because we're not used to it. I was chatting to someone in a group the other day, and they were saying about, oh, it's really. I made the mistake of they're Canadian. Say no more. Basically, they were moaning about the fact it was minus 45 Fahrenheit. And I didn't realise actually that when you get below freezing, Fahrenheit and Celsius kind of come together quite a lot. And so yeah, it does sound rather cold. And then I read an article about why minus 45 degrees Celsius, minus 45 degrees Fahrenheit feels much colder sorry, why it feels the same minus 35 Fahrenheit in Canada as it does, or you feel colder at -3 degrees in the UK. It's all about the vapor, apparently.
Oh.
So yeah, so I happened to mention that and promptly got attacked.
Well,
But outright, how you just talking out of your backside? It's like I, I it was an article. The article could have been wrong, but yeah,
well, we better sign off, and I'll
we
just
better.
say,
Gosh,
next week we're going to get things. Here is where you can join us on school from my side. This will just drop you into the school platform if you've never been there before, and I will make a commission on that if you should sign up for a product on that platform at that time. Now Nick is on there as well. And next week we're going to have Nick's banner because Barbie needs to show Nick a few things to make that happen. Right, Nick?
yeah. I think that's a very good idea. Yeah. So next Tuesday, guys, next Tuesday, and yeah, we'll have more of a conversation about school, because there's stuff on school on that app that is just blows me away, and the fact that yeah, even if you've got no products whatsoever, you can still start affiliate marketing just using that app.
Right. And if they're into affiliate marketing, I recommend that they take your approach to it and join your community.
Oh, absolutely. It's a
Because
free
Nick is
community.
not a buy my stuff, buy my stuff. I cannot stand that. And that was what it was traditionally known as when we got online. So, and Nick really takes time to do the educational side of things
Yeah.
and really open up the doors for you. So that's definitely the way to go
Oh,
on
thank you.
that topic for sure. So I'm going to press the end stream and we're going to say goodbye and we're going to get off to the rest of our afternoon and we wish you all an awesome week ahead. Right,
Yeah,
Nick?
absolutely. And we'll see you all on Tuesday.
Yes, Tuesday at 7 a.m. New Mexico time. Ooh, that's mountain time.
Mountain time. I love that.
And 2 p.m. in UK time.
2 p.m. UK. GMT. Greenwich Mean Time.
Yeah. Well, that's all, folks. Bye now.
Take care, guys.